Hey everyone, welcome back to Nurse Love Addiction. So I thought about it for a while, and I guess I understand the bad ending that we got last time. I assume Asuka dragged Sakuya's dead body up there. I was kind of a little too shocked to talk about it in the last video, and I also, I'm not that bright, so it took me a while to figure out what was going on, but I think that's what it is. If it's something else, let me know. Or if I missed something, which is all entirely possible. But anyways, I'm here to deliver the good Sakuya ending, and we have to start all the way back at that what seemed like a very innocuous decision about how to address Sakuya, and apparently how about a nickname screwed us over, so my desire to call her Sakulina fucked us. Unfortunate. So, I'm just gonna run through the correct choices, and I'm gonna skip past things we've done and read, and well, I hope the good end is more satisfying than the bad end was. I'll just call her Sakuya then. Thinking about it, I did once call her that without realizing before summer vacation at the karaoke place, when I told her I liked her. Maybe that's why. But she did explicitly tell me to call her whatever I like. I guess it's okay. We've known each other for more than a year already, after all. Ugh, longer than that. That's how I called out to her in my dream. I don't know what kind of dream it was exactly, but for some reason, I do remember that aspect of it distinctly. She felt so close, and it felt so natural. Alright, and then I'm pretty sure we have had the rest of this dialogue. Maybe. Maybe not. Yeah, I think we have. Alright, let's just skip. I think the next decision we got right. So this one I know we got right. So I'm going to be your senior too. But it's the next two options screwed me over as well, apparently. Apparently we were supposed to go visit her every day, which, okay, fine. I guess that's acceptable. I just figured Sakuya might want some space. I don't know what to do, but of course I act like I've forgotten about Sakuya's words and proceed to visit the hospital every day. I've now visited her 3 days in a row, pretending as if nothing had happened. Sakuya smiles at me joyfully. That's a scary threat. She just said something super scary with such a straight face. What a terrifying aura. So, that's why I've started bringing my study materials to Sakuya's room, to get some studying done during my visits. So in the end, even though she thinks I'm hopeless, Sakuya has started accepting my visits. And then another day. I've only entered the room 3 seconds ago, and she's already scolding me. I could cry. Yeah, I also can't believe our future was determined by what kind of cake we brought her. that was such a trap.
る途中美味しそうなケーキ屋さんがあってさ、さくやがどんなケーキ好きかわかんなかったから適当に選んだけど。
Saying this, I present her with a stylish-looking cake box. I bought a green tea mousse cake for myself and for Sakuya. I still don't understand how a chocolate cake, you know, is so much more important than getting her the shortcake, but I guess we'll find out.
ガトーショコラです。
Though that sounds delicious, more delicious than a shortcake in my opinion.
これはなんかさくやに似合いそうだなって。苦味が効いているところがかしら。違うよ、大人っぽくてでも甘いみたいな。
Nice save.
冗談よ。ありがとう。いただくわ。
That's a really interesting translation for what did she say? Oh, the Japanese term that you say after you're about or before you're about to eat. I can't think of what it is, and I don't remember what she said, but it's interesting to have the French translation or a French equivalent. That's not even a literal translation, I feel like. I feel relieved to see her smile. She seems satisfied with the taste as well, so I'm glad. Oh, and the green tea mousse cake is amazingly delicious too. I'm very satisfied with my selection. So, maybe it's because I'm already coming every day, but neither Miss Itsuki nor Now have been visiting that often, merely sending her a message now and then to ask her how she's doing. Also, a servant of the Takeda family sometimes shows up to bring her some things. It's always the same person, so I've got to know her.
何を聞いてるの？
But I'm pretty sure all this might be the same, so we're just gonna fast forward till we get to a spot that's not the same. I don't know. I really have enjoyed this game, but I'm wondering if we can start classifying as psychological horror because it's starting to feel like it could fit in that genre. Oh, I love it though. It's the best kind of stuff. And if your bad ends aren't totally awful, then you're just missing a prime opportunity to have higher stakes in your visual novel. So I really appreciate the commitment to the bad ending being kind of fucked up. Oh, there's so much. There's so much that we've already seen, which I guess is to be expected. But somewhere here we're going to stop at another decision. I know that I don't think we even had the option of making on the first playthrough. Alright. We're getting closer. We're getting closer. Okay. Oh, hey. So, yeah, that's really interesting. So, if I'm not mistaken, on the last playthrough, we didn't even get to answer this. Asuka just had the answer and she said Sakuya. Now, I'm pretty sure to get the good end, we answer with Kyoko. Which I'm not sure how that makes sense, but here we go. That's what my guide says. Sakuya told me to do it with love. I think we have, because I don't really understand how this works. Yeah, possibly. There's a very good chance. I'm not sure if this is love. I get the feeling that it might be something else. And if it were love, I wouldn't be sure towards what or whom. what is love in the first place?
変だわ、意味がわからない。咲夜が、私の大好きな咲夜があなたをよろしく頼むって言ったの。勝手な話だけどね。でも大好きな咲夜の言うことだから頼まれることにしたの。
I think I'm beginning to understand the consequences of Asuka choosing Sakuya in our last playthrough and that bad ending.
アスカ、あなた。咲夜のいない世界で生きる大変さは私もわかる。だから私が支える。ずっと嫌っててもいいよ。私の残りの一生をあなたにあげる。これはその証。
I repeat myself once more.
結婚しよう。
Hey, Sakuya, this might indeed be very crazy, but
でもね、案外うまくいくかもしんないよ。
because after all, we are similar. We both love Sakuya so dearly, and we both feel so much sorrow to see Sakuya disappearing. We even share our hatred for each other.
あー、やっぱりすごく苦労するかな。するよね。
Yes. And then...
よし、着いた。
Today is a day off, and a taxi has just brought us to the front gate of the school. I quickly pay the driver and step outside.
お姉ちゃん。
Since I contacted her in advance, now is waiting for us.
すっごく綺麗。似合ってるよ。
So this is really happening, huh? We're gonna marry Kyoko.
出迎えありがとう。なお。
Sakuya steps out of the taxi after me.
咲夜さんも素敵。二人並ぶとすごい映えるね。いい、頑張って選びましたから。
Yes, it did take a while.
よかったね、お姉ちゃん。咲夜さん。
Well, I'm happy to have Nao's blessing all in all. I mean, that means a lot coming from her.
そうね。
And I guess in a way we are fulfilling Sakuya's other last wish was to get married to us. So, okay, I kind of can get behind this. I can't suppress tears of happiness to see Nao smiling at us so brightly. What should I even say at a time like this to Nao, my beloved super sweet sister? Being her super no good jellyfish of an older sister, I don't know. So that's why.
ありがとね、なおちゃん。
Oh.
もう泣かないの、お姉ちゃん。せっかく素敵なんだから。だって仕方ないわね、アスカは。なお、いつきは？あ、さっきまでここにいたんだけど、そろそろ来るかなってなったら教室にいるって言っちゃった。まだ教室じゃないかな。そう。よかったら会っていってあげて。素直じゃないんだから。
Oh, Mao, you would know all about that at this point, wouldn't you?
そうね。でもよかったわ。京子が再移植に同意してくれて。プロポーズなんて強引な手で説得するとは思ってなかったけれど。いやー、なんていうか、勢いで。
Because that's, you know, that's when a marriage needs to be founded on feelings in the heat of the moment. scratch my head,
そ
embarrassed.
れで京子はやっぱり出てこないの？ええ、ゆうべもたくさん話したのだけれど、絶対に嫌だと言って聞かなかったわ。嫌われてるなぁ。そうかもしれないわね。その割に式はあげろ式はあげろってすごいうるさかったし、ドレス選びの時もそりゃあもう。
My mind floats back into the memory. Several catalogs are spread across the surface of the bed.
これなんていいんじゃない？いやいやいや、ちょっと待ってくださいよ。セクシーすぎますって。ミニスカで足ドーンって出てるし、背中なんかバーンって開いてるし、ほら胸元も。いいえ、好きっていうのはもっと神聖なもので。口うるさいわね。花嫁衣装にケチつけるようでは長続きしないわよ。私も花嫁なんですが、一応。じゃあこっちなんてどうかしら。華やかでいいと思うわ。ゴージャス、キンキラド派手。待って待って、こんなの私似合わないよ。衣装に負けちゃう。サクヤには似合うわ。イコール私にもだけれど。この人サクヤのことしか考えてない。私への配慮は。あら、するわけないでしょ。貧相な庶民はドレスに着られていればいいのよ。
Wow. This is gonna be a disaster.
情けようじゃなし。私はサクヤさえ輝いてくれればいいの。キラキラとね。星のように。夜空にひときわ大きく強く輝く一等星のようにね。うん。ねえ京子。何？式やっぱり出る気ないの？私とサクヤでって。え、そこは譲る気はないわ。とはいえ結局ドレスはアスカが選んだのでしょ。
Sakuya's voice pulls me back to the present.
まあ貧相な庶民である私にも似合うラインでね、選ばせてもらいました。素敵よ、とても。
This just makes it worse. Finally get to see like Sakuya and Asuka be nice to each other, or well, to see Sakuya like be nice to Asuka, and this is pretty bittersweet.
どうもどうも。うわ、違和感バリバリ。
So weird. That's an understatement,
はい、
Itsuki.
一斉がいきなりそれか。失敬な。だってその格好で病院から来たの？タクシー乗って？ええ、私が言ったの。せっかくだからって。バカップル、驚いてただろ、タクシーの運転手。どうだったかしら。私は気にしていなかったから。アスカ？まあそれなりに驚いてたかな。ま、似合ってるか似合ってないかで言えば似合ってる。二人とも。ありがとう、いつき。綺麗だよ、サクヤ。私は。綺麗綺麗、似合ってる。おざなりだ。私って一体。
Someone throw Asuka a bone. Come on, it shouldn't matter though. Asuka Sakuya thinks you look fine.
いつきとナオも早く着れるといいわ。
Whoa!
やめろ。最近会うたびその話だな。私と大幸妹は何もないよ。そうかしら。アスカはどう思う？いや、まあ二人の相性がいいとは。
Although, it's true that Nao has started talking about Misitsuki much more recently. Most of what she says is negative, mind you.
ほらそういいわ私の勘は当たるから二人の式に立ち会えないことだけが心残りよ
Please stop reminding me, Sakuya. There's some sadness in Sakuya's voice.
安心しな100まで生きたってねえからじゃあそういうことにしておきましょうかひとまずたく言った言ったあ大原先生実習室で1年の自主練見てるらしいから挨拶してったら骨折ってもらったんだろうん学校の屋上を使わせてほしいって言ったらいろいろしてくれたみたい
Yeah, I totally forgot about Ohara for a while there. It seems like she's completely removed from this route now. That's very nice of her, though.
そうね私もお礼を言っておかなくては行こっか
As we leave the classroom, we can hear Misitsuki calling out to us.
末永くお幸せに
Her voice is clear and emotionless, but there's no sarcastic ring to it. The room instantly grows noisy as we step inside.
大札さん武田さんしまったそっか一年生がいるって五木さん言ってたっけみんな目を丸くしているわねえ何あの格好あれも白衣
We hear all kinds of confused exclamations from the first year students. Well, this is a nursing academy after all.
確かに真っ白ですけど違いますそういえば今日という話でしたねその格好であまりあちこちの教室に入るのはすみません先生すぐ行きますからただお礼を言いたくて私は別に屋上の使用許可をもらっただけですから
That's what had happened. No one would have noticed if we had used the rooftop in secret, and no one would have been angry about it. But it was Sakuya's opinion that we should go through the proper channels for an occasion like this.
ありがとうございました先生いやいやでも本気だったんですね学校でって
Yeah, again, why the rooftop of the school? Of all the places to get married.
はい昨夜の希望で私はこの学校を卒業できそうにないのでせめてとお手数かけてすみません
Sakuya won't be going to school anymore. That's because Kyoko has no wish to become a nurse.
先生武田さんはいい看護師になると思っていたんですけどいえそれは私の分までアスカが頑張ってくれますから心配してませんうわプレッシャーあら期待に応えてくれないのかしら答えますともバッチコーイ頼もしいですねええアスカは私の星ですから
Oh, that's sweet. Too sweet. I think everyone must be like a star in a night sky for someone.
それでは入場パパパパーンパパパパーン
Oh, never change, Asuka, never change. As I hum the famous wedding melody, I pull Sakuya by the hand onto the rooftop. The sky is pleasantly clear, the wind is gentle, and we have a great view of the townscape. The nightingale statue is standing in front of us. It's the statue which is usually located in the auditorium, which holds the flame of the candle service during the capping ceremony. Right now, the statue is kindly looking down on us.
絶好の結婚式日和ねあるんだそんな日和うんでもそんな感じでしょよかったわ晴れてくれて 私ちゃんと誓いの言葉を覚えてきたんだ。ね、いらないわそんなもの。え、そばにいて触れ合っていられればいいの。アスカを感じられれば。
Oh, I'm gonna cry. This is gonna get too bittersweet for me.
サクヤ、そして誓って、永遠の愛を。誰の？もちろん京子。
Since Sakuya will disappear.
それと私への。大丈夫、これは二股には入らないわ。
I'm reminded of Sakuya's trembling lips from our kiss at the hospital.
もう怖くないの。本当よ。幸せだわ私。私も。
The new transplant has been scheduled for next week. But Sakuya's consciousness, her soul might not even make it until then. Sakuya said so herself. She probably knows better than anyone else.
悲しみがないと言えば嘘になるけど。
But I'm not scared.
幸せだよ私も。これからもずっと幸せ。京子のことは私に任せて。頼もしいわ。
The sky above our heads seems almost crystal blue.
サクヤ。アスカ。大幸アスカは全身全霊全力で永遠の愛を誓うよ。京子とサクヤに。もう一度私だけに。サクヤに誓うよ。誓うわ私も。
Sakuya smiles at me brilliantly, and then we kiss each other to seal our pledge. Our lips part and we smile at each other. The sky above our heads seems almost crystal blue. The world of stars beyond that sky. The far, far away world of stars.
サクヤの魂はあそこに行くのかな。
As I'm thinking this, I hold my beloved, feeling the heat within her body. Surprise epilogue! Oh man, I was getting ready to just pour out all my feelings about this ending and how I feel like I just got gypped, but I'm excited. Maybe this will make me feel better. Many years later.
いい天気だね。散歩日和。
Wow.
お昼寝日和と言いたいわね。私は家でゴロゴロしてたかった。もうこんなこと言って物臭なんだから。ちゃんと散歩に付き合っているのだからいいでしょ。
Walking in between Kyoko and me is our cute little daughter. We're going on a family stroll today. Though it always takes a lot of effort to get Kyoko out of the house.
しょうがないな京子は。
I smile wryly, and then I talk to our beloved daughter.
いつもの公園行こっか。それともどっか新しいところに足伸ばしてみる？そうね。新規開拓も悪くないわね。行くなら。
Though our daughter says this with a composed expression, she's brimming with enthusiasm. It's so adorable.
こっちよ、アスカ。一応ママって言ってほしいな。アスカママとか。立場上はそうなのでしょうけど、私にとってアスカはアスカよ。
Our daughter says this as if it's obvious. Right, I had forgotten. This girl, for her I'll always be Asuka.
でも何年経っても不思議。生まれ変わりって本当にあるんだね。
Wait, really? Did we... Did this game really just pull this kind of shit on us? This, I can't be with you, but don't worry, I'm gonna be born your daughter, be reborn as your daughter. You know what this sounds like? Wasn't there that really crappy Yuri anime back in like the fucking 90s? God, what was the name? And it was so infuriating because the fucking girl is told that the girl she's in love with is gonna be reborn, reincarnated as her daughter. I can't. My stubborn, obstinate, and determined beloved, the girl I promised my eternal love to. She somehow made her way back to us as the daughter of Kyoko and myself. There you go, talking about those powers, Sakuya. I know the answer is somewhere in the other roots of what those really are. And she's making herself sound like even more of a big shot than before. Though maybe because of her young age still, she's not that verbally adept yet. Asuka sounds like she's remembering some crazy times. Oh god. Yeah, well, Kyoko has been known to go to those extremes. Fucking yandere alert right here. Oh, okay. I think so to myself, but I don't say it out loud. I'm not sure whether it's a divine miracle or the power of love, but the truth of the matter is that Sakuya is here by my side right now. When I think about that, I can forgive all of it. Sakuya takes us both by the hand and pulls us onward. This is such a difficult situation. I'm totally lost for what to say. Sakuya and Kyoko are staring right at me. What a problem. What a problem. But I don't think I could wish for a more fantastic problem than this. So... that's the way to look at it, I guess. So, Sakuya pulls both of us onward by the hand. We're like three happily connected stars. Forever and ever. Under the warm sunlight. Alright, that was the good end for Sakuya's route. I still have some mixed feelings about it because in the end, I didn't really end up with Sakuya. I ended up with Kyoko. But I don't know. Whatever. It was kind of bittersweet. I don't mind that kind of stuff, I guess. Sakuya being reborn as their daughter, well, that raises some questions. But again, I have a feeling those types of things could be answered in the other routes. It's not the first time Sakuya has mentioned something about a power. And even Itsuki mentioned it in the beginning, right? That Sakuya could bend the will of other people. So I'm sure we could find other answers in the other routes. However, I do not think I will be playing. Well, no, I will be playing the other routes for myself. I don't know if I'll be recording them for y'all. If you want me to record other routes, let me know in the comments. And if enough people want it, I will do it. I mean, there are a lot of questions that still need to be answered. Like, what now was doing late at night and early in the morning? You know, why Itsuki and Sakuya were fighting in the first place? Hell, who the fuck healed us on the roof after we got stabbed? So many questions to still be answered. Oh yeah, where was Ohara in all this? So many questions to be answered. And I do plan to play, and I will play through other routes if y'all want me to. Let me know which ones, if you do, in the comments. If not, this will be goodbye for a little while. I don't have any other Let's Plays planned right now. I probably won't do any more for another couple months, just because I have some other things coming up. But, of course, you can always stay in contact. I'm available on Twitter, Tumblr, and Steam. And I will have links to that in the comments as well. But anyways, thanks for coming on this crazy, crazy ride with me. This one was a real trip, but I loved every second of it. Great writing, great storytelling, fun game. I totally recommend it. If you haven't played it and you want to go see the other routes for yourself without me rambling and misinterpreting everything, go buy it. It is worth the money. Anyways, thanks y'all. Talk to you sometime soon.